Good evening, little B. Would you mind introducing yourself and mentioning your background?
Hello, Sarah. My nickname is Little B, and in the past 2 years, I had the chance to travel more than in all my life. I'm now 18 years old. I'm a Nigerian citizen. My parents and sister got killed by a soldier working for an oil company when I was 14. So I am the last member alive, and that's why I escaped to UK.
What do you think about fashion, little B?
I don't think that I follow fashion. I barely know how to read in English. Moreover, I don't have that many clothes. The only clothes that I received in the detention center were men's clothes. I like Hawaiian fashion.
I think that most of the readers would ask you a question about the treatment in the detention center that you lived for past 2 years. How could you explain all negative and positive things to them?
Oh, one thing I learned fast is how to be attractive and to speak your language in order to stay in the detention center for longer. I often heard different types of sexual sounds that girls vocalized at night. So when man was passing through next to my cell, I always pretended to be unattractive, which made me think now that I saved my life.
What happened when you were released? Please be more detailed.
We had a limited number of quotas, and the other three girls were released at the same time as me. A Jamaican girl tried to call the taxi, but he said that he wouldn't take any refugee because he hadn't got any money. We were given a clear plastic bag with our belongings inside.
What were your next steps and where you were planning to go?
We met one farmer on the field. He asked where we came from, and then he said he's not surprised and started to complain that there are many refugees passing through his property in the past time, and that the government doesn't care about anyone except themselves. I mean, British government. He let us stay in for several days till we will have an idea of where we're going to go.
What happened in that house?
Oh, I wouldn't mention everything. In the morning, I found one girl who hung herself. Another girl was telling me about her sexual favor to one of the workers in detention center for letting her out.
Oh, little B, I think you open people's eyes at this moment, at the moment of humanitarian catastrophe in the whole world. Let people think about this forever, believing that fashion is an important part of their lives. What would you say to the people if you were given a chance to speak out in front of all nations?
Economically developed countries should stop intervening in the poor countries and take their resources, which will stop corruption in these countries and lead to economic development. We want to see our prosperity in our countries, but instead of this, we can see how rich countries and corruption corporations earn money by exploiting our land. There should be an international organization that will close the door for corruption organization and we will live in prosperity for the rest of our lives.
Thank you, little B. But last question. I would like to know your real name.
Oh, my real name I can't mention, but the first letter of my real name is Udo.
Thank you.
Thank you.